Hi, it's Barbecue Brian from the House of Q, and today I've got on my Blackstone griddle right behind me here a recipe that you can easily modify. It's perfect when you're out camping or at the RV, especially if you've got a flat top like this, a griddle to cook on. But you can easily do it in a skillet, anything that's got a flat surface. But that's how these things are made. They're awesome to cook on. So in the bowl, I'm going to make a Monte Cristo sandwich. And so it starts off with an egg batter, or custard, if you will, to coat your bread between the layers of food that's going to be all on your sandwich. And so in this bowl are a couple of eggs, which I want to whisk together. And then once I've got this kind of whisked together, I'm going to add some milk. In goes the milk. Now that was 2 eggs in this bowl, and say 2 tablespoons of milk or so, about the same amount you're going to put in your coffee. But this needs a little bit of seasoning, so I'm going to add in some of our peppered bovine into that custard. Say a teaspoon. This will be your salt and pepper and a little bit of fragrance. Awesome as a steak spice. And again, mix that around and set this aside. Once you've got the batter ready, the custard ready, is adding a little bit of butter to your grill top. Spread that around and get ready for your bread. There we go. Which will go into the custard. So, in goes the bread. Coat one side. Turn it on over, just like you're making French toast. Think of this as a Monte Cristo, as a French toast sandwich. Another piece of bread. Turn it on over. I'll get some more bread. I'm making 2 sandwiches. So in here I put 2 eggs. So that it's about an egg per sandwich when you do this. So keep that into account when you're making sandwiches. You don't want to run out of the custard as you do this. And that side needs just a little bit more. I can see a dry spot as I'm running out of the liquid. There we go, perfect. Now, when you put these on your griddle, you want to have it on its lowest temperature so that you can keep in control and make sure that you're cooking the egg at the right consistency and give it some time to cook on there. Now, the sandwich needs a bunch of layers of flavor, layer upon layer upon layer of flavor. And traditionally in the Monte Cristo, it would be ham and cheese, often a Gruyere or Emmentaler cheese, very European type cheeses. I'm going to do ham and Swiss and also Gouda in my sandwich today. So, and you'll see often in the United States or in America, turkey incorporated into a Monte Cristo, or turkey, ham, and cheese. I think you're starting to get the idea. Whatever goes. I'm giving you the basic parameters here. So we'll check no, those will need a little bit longer. I'll turn up my heat a little bit. It's a cooler day, so that'll be cooling off on me. Now, once those start to cook on the one side, I'm going to turn them over and then start processing an assembly of my sandwiches. So as those are just about to finish here, I'm going to take my ham and put that on the griddle to start to warm the ham. You don't want to put cold stuff inside your warm sandwich, so warming your ham will certainly help with that. Let's check the bread. Yeah, that's looking good to turn over. There we go. Now we're once on this level, we're going to put some more flavor. This will be the inside of the sandwich. And often at House of Q, what we'll do is we'll mix Grandma's Garden, slow smoked gold mustard, and mayonnaise together. Put them in all together, and we call that magic mayo. And that's always in this squeeze tube. So we need some flavor on the inside of our sandwich. So I'm going to give each of these a bit of mayo, or magic mayo that is. And now we get into the cheese. Now as the ham is warming, I'm going to put some Swiss cheese on the inside of the sandwich. Here's some other pieces that I've cut up. So that'll be on the inside. And it'll start to warm and melt, especially once I get the ham on there. And on the ham, I'm going to turn these guys over a little. It won't take long to warm these. On the ham, I'm going to start melting some Gouda right there. And then I'm going to layer the ham, all the meats together before I put them on the sandwich. And this will help melt all that cheese together. Oh, that's looking good already. Now, that whole stack goes on the sandwich. We're starting to assemble the sandwich and allow that to melt the cheese and come together. If you've got a lid, this is a good opportunity to close that lid and allow that to come. You want to make sure that egg's all cooked on the inside of that sandwich. Eating raw eggs is not a good idea. And we're coming along here. We'll take a peek. It needs just a little bit longer, but then we can start to turn this over and then continue to cook as a whole entire sandwich. You've already cooked that one side, but you want to make sure you melt all of the cheese and keep all of the inside ingredients all nice and warm together. So they're stuck together. I'll break that apart. There goes one sandwich. And the second sandwich. Yeah. Squeeze them a little bit together. Allow those flavors to melt, come together. Turn them over and get some more heat on the inside. Make sure both sides are nice and cooked. And you can cut them in half right on the grill once they're finished, off to a plate. Now, traditionally in France, with a Croque Monsieur or a Monte Cristo, it would be served with some jam on top as a side or a condiment with it. And so for us, being barbecuers, we're going to add some barbecue sauce. And our choice for the barbecue sauce is the 5-star competition barbecue sauce from House of Q. It's got some sweetness, a little bit of tang from the vinegar that's in it, and it actually tastes really good with the sandwich, especially with the magic mayo and the mustard and all the other herbs that are in there. So a quick turn on over again, make sure we've got lots of heat on the inside. And that, my friends, is a Monte Cristo sandwich. Let me see if I can show you the inside. Hopefully my cheese is melted.